Good evening on a beautiful, beautiful Sunday evening. Thank you for joining me. And as always, I greet you with nothing but peace and love. All right? So let's go ahead and get off into this shit. Taylor Adugan, or Adigan, I hope I'm pronouncing Taylor's name correctly, wrote an article entitled Podcast Brothers Are Being Weird About Black Women Again. Shocking. And I just want to know, as someone that loved his black mother, loved, if I had really known them, my black grandmothers, my black wife, my black daughter, my black mother in law, all black women that I see, that I know or I don't know, that I have love for. The war on black women, what's going on? The war on my sisters? Come on, brothers. Come on, everybody else. I'm 2024, y'all. We in 2024 and we still talking about this type of madness. Did you know that Diddy Love and Old Dog are one and the same? If you've never seen the cult classic Menace to Society, go ahead, check it out. There's a character in there played by Lorenz Tate, and this character, bravado, machismo, all that other shit, he keeps the videotape of he keeps the videotape of a crime, of a murder. Okay, he keeps the videotape, and not only does he keep it, he takes it around the neighborhood and shows it to all the homies. You know he's going to jail at some point, and or going to end up like our boy Doughboy from Boys in the Hood. Ridiculous. Come on, Diddy. Why? What would inspire you to keep those videotapes? Were you and your girlfriend, your significant other, were y'all gonna watch them and have fun and masturbate together with them? But what was the purpose? What's the purpose of you keeping that? What were you going to show them to get future folks that you were going to fly in under this racketeering charge? Going to get them? So, let's watch a little bit of this, take a little bit of this. You know what I mean? Let's get hot, and then we can get horny, and then we can make an outstanding production. Was that the intent? Come on, man, everybody, you never. I'm sure even the lowest of the low that's out there, lowest of the low in the chain of command, out there doing their thing on the streets, moving and grooving how they know best, know never to keep the evidence. Which brings me to this. And I'm with my sister Jamil Hill, the empowerment and women, especially our sisters, stepping forward. I'm tired of hearing this narrative. And as a black man, I'm tired of hearing that bullshit. Get that shit up out of here, man. You know what I mean? Every rapper, every entertainer, every anybody, if you think you all that, you better listen to my homie E40 Choices. If you don't have it, go get it. These gentlemen are making choices, and you got to live with your choices. I don't have any pity for any of these brothers. Sorry. You made these choices. And speaking of choices, let's get into it. Some quotes from Matt Murphy, a former Orange County prosecutor. The racketeering charge means anyone involved in the enterprise could face criminal charges. Anyone involved in the enterprise could face criminal charges. Who do y'all think? What are the odds on the first person that's going to say, hey, I know what happened. Shit, I was there on it at this time, at this date, got this type of got this type of IV, got these type of fluids, consuming these type of drugs. Diddy Love came by, tapped me on my ass, said I was doing a good job. Hey, man, and when the feds start talking, niggas start talking. Dozens, not one or two, dozens. Hey, man, if you wanted to, Diddy Love, and anybody else, if you wanted to get into the adult entertainment industry, then make that plain and make it clear. If that's your intent, what are you doing, man? Dozens. These are quotes. Dozens of video recordings created by Combs of freak-offs with victims. Another quote. Elaborate. Look that up. Elaborate sex performances. Elaborate. Oh, my Lord. So, and I'm going to end it on this for all the enablers out there. This case, another quote, this case alleges an extensive network, a complicated scheme that would have required multiple people to not just know, but be involved to recruit victims, organize the freak-offs, clean up. Oh yeah, I'm sure with all that baby oil and lubricant, there's a lot of cleaning up, and cover the tracks so law enforcement would not get involved. Draw your own conclusions. Make your own analysis. Have you ever heard of a website? I don't know if it's public, I don't know what, website, blog, but it's called A Conscious Rethink. And there's where I took this from, the author, Steve Phillips Waller. Thank you, Steve. There were 17. I chose 12. Okay? But to break it down, what the article was about, if you use these phrases, you a toxic ass bitch. And I don't mean women when I say the word bitch, because best believe, like my boy Ice-T said in one of my favorites, there's a lot of Negroes out here that are bitches too. Am I right? Thought so. You're toxic if you use these, and just 12 now. So there's 5 others out there that, hey man, you got to get a hold of. But these 12 really caught my attention. You're being too sensitive. Tell someone their emotions are too much, that they make a mountain out of a molehill. Don't tell me that I'm being too sensitive. You know what I'm saying? How is that beneficial? You know what I mean? No, maybe you being too hard. Always wanting to lead with your fist and lead with the guns. Nigga, if you want to break in the penitentiary, go right ahead. Talking about I'm being too sensitive. You're being too insensitive. Why can't you just be more like? Oh my Lord. Why can't you be more like? Why can't you sexually satisfy me like? Why can't you make more money like? Why can't you have more ambition like? Why are you always trying to compare me to this, that, or the other? You know what I mean? Why can't you just shut the F up and be more sensitive and be more empathetic to what I need? Since we're talking about what somebody needs to be more like, punk ass. I'm just joking. Well, guess what? I'm not. You see me laughing? Ha ha, he. Just because you joking, and a lot of times when folks say that, that's a cop-out. You done said something rude and fucked up, and now you want to come back and say, oh, I'm just joking. Nah, dog, that's not how it works. You never listen to me. Always be careful when you hear the word never in a relationship. Never is a strong word. Never, so 100% of the time, I never listen. No, and here's another thing. There's a difference between listening and agreeing. I can listen to you all day, but I still have a right to my opinion. And if we disagree, then hey, we just disagree. You always have to be right. You always have to have the last word. All right? Insisting that you always have to be right, the phrase can create an adversarial vibe as if you're in a competition rather than a conversation. Are we talking? Huh? Or are we running the open 400? Well, what are we doing? This ain't no competition. We trying to talk about shit and get stuff right. What we're trying to get right is the problem, and it doesn't help by saying you're the problem. Oh, if anybody says that, this shit should be over. Talking about you're the problem. Anybody that refuses, listen to me now. This is important. If somebody says you're the problem, get the hell away. Because that person refuses to look at their part in the relationship and what they're doing to impact whatever the so-called problem or challenge is that has to be overcome. Don't try to tell me I'm the problem. No, if we're in this together, then we're the problem together, the problem. And we both have to figure it out because we both bringing shit to the table. What you talking about? I'm the problem. You're imagining things. No, I'm not. No, I'm not imagining my feelings. I know how I feel. I'm not okay when I'm imagining that you're an asshole and maybe I need to pack my shit and leave. Since I'm imagining things, do not dismiss my feelings. Do not dismiss what I'm telling you. Okay, talking about what I'm imagining. No, man. What's the homie say? It implies that the other person is out of touch with reality, which can be incredibly belittling. Excuse me. I'm not out of touch with reality. I know what I saw. I know what I heard. I know what I smelled. I know how I feel. Uh-oh. Mary J. Blige, I love you, homie. I can't deal with your drama. Really? When you say I can't deal with your drama, it could come across as a rejection. This phrase implies that someone's feelings are too burdensome, shutting down any chance for meaningful dialogue. It suggests that their emotional expressions are excessive or unwarranted, which can lead to feelings of isolation, and frustration. What do you mean? Since we're talking about go and get New Edition, since I suggested E40, I'm gonna go old school again. Go get New Edition. Can you stand the rain? What do you mean the drama? You think there's always gonna be unicorns and rainbows up in this bitch? No, man, there's gonna be rainy days. It ain't always gonna be sunny. It always ain't gonna be sunny days. Can you stand the rain? Probably not. If you could, you wouldn't say some bullshit like that. You made me do it. Listen here. The one phrase I would always talk, and I still do with my young people about when it comes to domestic violence, to the young people that I would talk to when they would see, when they would talk to and share about their father, boyfriend, uncle, whatever. A male striking a female, a man striking a woman multiple times. Excuse me. Talking about you made me do it. You made me cheat. You made me hit you in the mouth. You know you're supposed to cook this way. You know you're supposed to cook the way I want it and season it the way I want it. You know you ain't supposed to wear that dress out when you go out with the rest of them hoes. You know you're supposed to be back at a certain time. You made me do it. Try that with my daughter, nigga. You gonna get 2 in your chest and 2 in your skull. You're just being paranoid. Okay, well, I have gray and all this. Being paranoid has worked. It's gotten me this far. Ain't nothing wrong with being paranoid. And once again, you're being dismissive. Don't just dismiss my feelings. No, I'm not. And you know what? Sometimes being paranoid, I'm sure, not sometimes, it's a very, very excellent survival mechanism. I equate being paranoid to having that spidey sense. This don't look right. This don't feel right. This don't smell right. Let's jet. Let's get up out of here. We gone. You're overreacting. Once again, being dismissive of my feelings. No, I'm not. Maybe you're underreacting. I'm reacting to the way that feels genuine and authentic to me. That's how I'm reacting. And because I'm not reacting in the way that you would react, then you have a problem with it. Well, that's your problem. Keep your problems and all that shit over there in your corner. Over there in your corner. Don't make your problems my problems. I have enough. Okay? Oh, here's another one. And I'm finished with this one. If you really loved me, you would. If you really loved me, you would go ahead and carry this bag across the border. If you really loved me, you would have sex with all my friends and let us tape that shit. If you really loved me, you would. How about this? If I really loved you, I wouldn't slit your throat when you sleep at night, and I'm just gonna go ahead and pack my shit and leave now. You know what I'm saying? That's the best way that I can show love for you, by allowing you to live. Talking about, if you really loved me, you would stay. Really? Really? Why? For what? Especially for those of us out there that money is no object. Man, I should do a show. You know what? I should do a show about The Wire, man, and all the beautiful lessons learned. All the beautiful lessons learned from, in my opinion, the greatest show that's ever been made. All right? The Wire, homie. The greatest shit. Your money doesn't mean. That's why I love Dave Chappelle so much, because how many people are going to say no to 50 million and say, nah, you can keep that shit, keep it on the table. Me and mines, we about to go to Africa. Could you turn it down? While y'all out there criticizing and talking all that? Or would you be like, no, let me go ahead and sign that contract. Give me some more watermelon. Give me some more fried chicken. Yeah, we know and we can smell the watermelon fried chicken eating niggas out there. Yes, we can. Believe that. All right. I'm done. I hope you enjoyed today's show. As always, please, all right, subscribe, share, like. You do what you do. It's all about peace and love. All right. It's all about hydrating your soul. It's all about taking care of yourself, taking care of those that you love. All right. Until next time, y'all. Peace.